The presence of lead in water can cause extreme health issues, leading to damage to the brain, kidneys, red blood cells, and more. Water supply systems across the country right now are working to remove any and all water pipeline services that contain lead after receiving new regulations from the U.S. EPA. As News Center Maine's Ryan Wooten tells us tonight, Maine is several steps ahead of many other states in the country.
We'll say that we're fortunate in Maine, and we're fortunate at Portland Water District for the early decisions that were made to not use lead pipe or to use non-lead materials.
Each individual building or home on a street typically has its own individual water service line. Over the past 2 years, Portland Water District has assessed all 56,000 service lines that it supplies water to. Searching for water service lines that contain lead. Amy LaChance from Maine CDC says there's no such thing as a safe level of lead in water. Following the lead contamination and poisoning crisis in Flint, Michigan, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency required all public water systems across the country to complete a full inventory of their services to identify which service lines contain lead. Cities like Chicago mandated the use of lead material to make water pipelines until a federal ban on lead service lines took effect in 1986.
They are looking at, a huge percentage of lines that need to be taken out of the ground and gotten out of service.
The Portland Water District, which completed its service inventory before the October 16th deadline, only found one service line that contained lead and 3 galvanized lines that may have been at risk. But Susan Jasper, who led the project, says they also uncovered 100-year-old records.
This is the first service card that was installed in 1869.
And proof that Mainers were thinking ahead.
We actually came across and uncovered a 1926 Maine State Plumbing Code that banned the use of lead on water service lines. And that was instrumental in reducing the number of lead service lines in Maine.
In Portland, Ryan Wooten, News Center Maine.
Amy LaChance from the Maine CDC says preliminary data shows that some 80% of service lines in Maine don't contain lead. 18% are documented as unknown, with the remaining including lead. Public water supply systems across the country have 10 years now to remove and replace all water service pipelines that have lead.